this fucking piece of junk. I got Georgie to run, kind of. Oh my God. He runs really, really rich. I dropped the settings to the fuel injectors like real low, lower than they're supposed to be. It's still super rich. The wideband is pegged all the way rich, and it's definitely fucking rich. It's smoking out the shop. Can't breathe. Oh my goodness. So to thank you guys for watching me build Georgie, I'm gonna be giving one of you guys a brand new Max Speeding Rods Turbo just for subscribing. That's all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna pick a random subscriber. Instead of using it on Georgie, I could have used a brand new turbo. I'm gonna gift it to one of you guys. I used some poopy garbage instead of this, so it could be all yours. It's been a few days, probably about a week since I've touched George. Now, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I asked a bunch of people some questions, and my absolute guy, Dwight, at DC Works Tuning, reached out to me, and he said, stop fucking with it. Let me try and give you a bass tune. Put the stock injectors back in. Stop messing with it. So we're going to put the stock injectors back in right now, put a fresh set of spark plugs in, upload his tune. Hopefully things go well. I don't know. I just wanted to drive this stupid thing. There's so many things to fix too, by the way. So we're clearly leaking out of the freaking welded turbo, dude. Oh man, it's a bunch of nasty fucking gunk coming out. It's just gas from that. The cylinders are flooded, and you know, I pulled the spark plugs out like 15 times and just like geysers out of the cylinders. So I did the easy part, I guess, is just slapping a bunch of junk on. And now the tricky part is to get it to run, for one, and also figure out what exactly is fucked up on this super cheap turbo. Okay, let's go. I get the Dumbass of the Day award. And I thought I left the spark plug socket in there, but I didn't. I just shattered the porcelain. So now I have to try and vacuum that out. Dude, come on. The little grabber man got one piece. I've got many pieces left, but I'll get there eventually. Oh, the old, in with the new. Oh, dude, he is not running right. And I'm getting smoked out immediately. Holy shit. Okay. Something's not right with George. All right, everybody. It's been probably about a week since I've messed with Cousin George. He's idling. Barely alive. Fighting for his life. But he's idling. It's been a journey to even get this to happen. He was running super rough, and I turned the idle up as high as I can get it, and I think it's right around 800 RPM. It's 20 degrees outside, so obviously not great, but yeah, it's idling right around 800. So I'm going to let him idle until the thermostat can open. I drained all the coolant, so I'm trying to suck up as much coolant as I can because, you know, I want to be able to get him to operating temp. And you're really supposed to be doing this tuning shit once it's at operating temp, but dude, he's struggling. I don't know if the camera can pick up how shaky this guy is, dude. The whole engine's just shaking. Oh man. We obviously had some smoking issues. He's running insanely rich. Our turbo's spinning now, so that's cool. Yeah, we fill up George's coolant and just make sure he's going. This is the best we've gotten in weeks. ahead and grab the fire extinguisher just in case, you know? If Georgie caught on fire, I'd be a little sad. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but little dude's just a smoke machine. That is all he is right now. Smoking out the front, smoking out the back. Good gravy. Don't worry, little buddy, I got you protected. All right, Georgie doesn't fucking run right at all. I'm an asshole though, so I'm gonna drive him around the building. See if he gets into boost at all. Oh God, I forgot about no power steering. Oh! Oh my God! Georgie got into boost, dude. I forgot the bumper wasn't friggin' bolted down. Oh no! My boy! Oh shit. Alright, George. Hang on, buddy. Don't worry, little man. I'm done beating the snot out of you for now. Oh man, I ripped the fucking thing, dude. Oh, I broke my turn signals too. Alright, dumbass. Oh man, I scratched the paint up a little bit. I cracked it too, sick. Oh man, Georgie got in boost though. Broke my turn signal. Thing's smoking up a storm. Well, he's holding operating temp. That's good. It's cold enough where I don't even need the fans. That was so dumb. He sounds like he's like, help me. Well, folks, this project is going exactly how I thought it would be going. When you use cheap garbage, don't expect anything to work correctly. Now, I'm not saying everything I got was cheap junk. Georgie itself, he's not a happy guy. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt. There's things that don't work. Things are incorrect. Like the fucking wideband it's just reading. It could be right. Like I think it is right. It's just reading completely rich all the way down. So Dwight, the tuner, he seems to think that Georgie's issue could be the fuel pressure regulator, and I was suspecting of it too. Made a post on Instagram, and my buddy Eric is going to give me a fuel pressure regulator, hopefully just a stock 1.6 Johnny, and I will swap that out and see what happens. So I've got an hour drive, and I took the Z. It's been a long time since I drove this piece of shit. I think I'm going to sell it. We'll see. But I don't know, not a Z boy. I put in the fuel pressure regulator that I got from my buddy. Nothing fucking changed, not even a little bit. So what I did is I stole the air fuel ratio gauge, which is an AEM, from my buddy Headley's car. If you're watching this, Headley, I put it back by now, don't worry. And now I am getting some acceptable readings. So folks, don't buy yourself a cheap, shitty gauge. We've got 12. It's the same on the gauge as it is on my computer finally, which is cool. Also, it's like acceptable. It's rich, but like, whatever, dude. We were pinned at 8 before. I didn't even change the wiring, by the way. This is the wiring from the Amazon controller. So basically, the only thing bad on the Amazon controller is this piece. So I'm gonna frickin' return the Amazon Johnny, and I'm going to get an AEM. So that's gonna kick the budget up just a little bit. Unfortunately, that's how it's gotta be. Don't cheap out on that. Don't cheap out on the ECU as well. So I mean, I didn't cheap out on the ECU. I got a Speeduino that's pretty good. So not bad. We're getting places. Georgie just still runs like shit. You know, it's Georgie. You know, it's on a bass tune, and it's George. So I'm pretty happy with this. Also, I am selling a couple parts as well today from Georgie, getting rid of the power steering for 60 bucks. So that's going towards this. That'll almost cover it. If I return the Amazon John for 111 or whatever it is, this guy's probably like 200 something. So it's going to be getting close. I would like to be able to keep it under $1,000 still. So finagling some buying and selling. I'm going to get a wideband today for my buddy Jake. I'm going to see how much he wants for it, and you know, maybe he'll give me a deal. You never know. So I'll see how much he wants and return the Amazon John, and I'll put the total here. I'm sure he's going to want what he paid, and that's totally fine. I'm like totally cool with that. What is all this water from? It's snowing, so probably that. Hopefully. We also still have a lot of exhaust leaks. I'll figure it out. I believe it was the freaking wideband. I can, because the tuner told me it's the wideband that wasn't good, but oh man, I'm so hyped. Also, just sold the power steering pump for $60. Pretty good. That knocks $60 off the total. Also, Jake said I could just have the wideband. He said Merry Christmas. So it's a technicality, but I'm gonna take it. So I'm gonna return the Amazon wideband, and this is now the total. I am going to change Georgie's wideband. Unfortunately, it's not working out with the Amazon John. So I even made a claim with Amazon, and they sent me out another one. They sent me out a whole new package, and I plugged it in, and the gauge is still not working. And I'm using Headley's AEM gauge, working fine and dandy with the same wiring for the AEM rep. So that's cool. Wiring is okay. The controller itself, not so much. I tried messing with the settings and everything too, but it should be like a standalone sensor, and it should read correctly on its own, and it's not. My buddy Jake, he said, Merry Christmas. Just take this AEM gauge. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But it is different than the one that works well, the one that is in Headley's car. Completely different wiring. It's an older style, so I have to redo all of it. The entire wiring mess needs to get redone. I'm gonna install it, and it's gonna work. It's gonna be perfect. And then Georgie can get test driven. All right, everybody. So I took the turbo off of George. We were having some issues where it was leaking from this junction here out the downpipe, just pissing out of there. And also, I tack welded it to the fucking manifold, and it's leaking. So I'm gonna grind off my tack welds, and I am going to take these bolts off as well and see how flat it is. If I can get a gasket and make it happen and not leak, that would be probably the smartest bet, only because this turbo is on borrowed time. The manifold's not great either, but at the same time, I don't see any cracks. It's just leaking out of there and leaking out of there. So I think I kind of fucked myself here, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna grind these off and then cut the bolts and see what's good with that. And as for the wideband, I am going to have to pull this wiring out and run the new wiring because it's all different. I'm gonna return the Amazon John. I'm gonna return the extra Amazon guy that they sent me. So it kind of sucks, but you should buy once, cry once. So I've got a lot of work to do. I think I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna grind this. I'm not even gonna record it. You feel like an idiot for fucking doing this, but I welded that shut. It is not gonna be welded right now. I changed my mind. I think we're gonna make this guy one piece. It's all right. It's a game of what's gonna last longer, this ancient turbo or Georgie's engine. I'm a gambler today. I got myself one of them single piece turbos, baby. Oh, goodness gracious. Also, it was leaking at the frickin' the thing here because this little piece was backwards and it wouldn't clamp enough. So now this piece is all messed up. So basically it's allowed to tighten more. I'm gonna have to like squeeze it and push this thing in, but it should be able to tighten enough where it doesn't leak out of the downpipe. And it's definitely not gonna leak out of that. The only place I do think it might leak is out of this bolt hole here. So I'm gonna pull one of these out and then try and find an identical, man. And if not, then I will be buzzing it with the welder. Okay, giant pain in my ass, but we are back in action. Everything's back in the car. Manifold is tight to the car. We have our V-band clamping nice and tight now. Downstairs, the V-band is also tight. We have our wideband sensor, the new AEM one. So I think it's a Bosch, so not cheap junk, which is cool. We have our feed, we have our return, and we have our intercooler all tightened up. And we have our freshly welded turbo manifold combo. So next on the docket is I have to pull all this wiring out for the Amazon wideband Johnny. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare, but it's gotta be done. And then finally, time to tune George. What a giant pain in my ass, dude. Okay, we have our wideband. It is an AEM John. It's gonna go poo, and then look at that. It even gives me 14.7 like it should. Crazy. Okay, now I'm gonna do some beep boops and set it up to 30-4110 on the compooper so the car can recognize it. I'm so tired now. Georgie should be fucking good now. I'm going to start him. I'm gonna pull him outside if he doesn't piss coolant out of that hose. I'm just gonna let him run for a minute, process things, maybe take him down the road. Just see. I scaled the tables and stuff, so if I got in a little bit of boost, it'll be okay. But I'm gonna cycle things, you know, start him up, see if he'll run, see if the wideband's reading all right. But oh my God, I'm freaking tired after that one. That was a lot of work. Georgie sounds like shit. Oh man, all right. Well, still definitely have an exhaust leak somewhere still, which is incredible. He's idling really low. Just let him warm up for a minute. God damn, that exhaust leak is so bad. I'll find it eventually. Once he warms up, like that's not leaking anymore, so I think I'm gonna send Georgie down the road and see how he feels. So what's the worst that could happen? I'm bringing a fire extinguisher. Yeah, you know, what's the worst that could happen? That's the worst that could happen. We have Georgie running-ish. I'm going to just take him down the road, keep an eye on the AFRs. You can see that right there. As long as we're rich, we're all right. He runs like shit, but it's just a base map. Oh my God, first freaking troop in George. Just gonna cruise around, let him warm up a little bit. He's still freaking cold. The alignment is really off for some reason, and I don't remember that being a thing. We are driving Georgie, and he's turbo. Dude. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, he cut out. Completely cut out. Yeah, we gotta go back. Oh man, he just completely lost everything. Did not know what the fuck was going on. He goes dot 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 dot. Okay, so we are not scaled for something, but he's going what dot 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 dot. Not exactly happy. Is that boost cut? Did I put it on boost cut? Maybe that's it. Boost cut. Boost limit. We'll say boost limit off for the sake of this, which is ignorant. We don't have a boost freaking gauge or anything. Boost cut. Oh my God, dude. No freaking way. No fucking way, dude. Oh man, Georgie's making jam. I was not looking at the AFRs at all. I was just kind of going for it, dude. So the boost cut was what was kicking us out. I have it scaled to the point where it should be fine. I'm just gonna go right here, and I'm gonna roll into it in second. I'm not gonna take it to red line or anything, but oh man, let's go. Let's go, baby. We're in first. We're in second. Yo, Georgie's fast as fuck, man! Oh no! Ready? We got a bridge. Ready? Listen to Georgie under the bridge, man. Ready? Oh man, Georgie's so fucking cool. Oh man, I have no money into this car. I'm so fucking hyped, dude. You have no idea. You have no idea. Where the hell do I turn around? Oh man. Alright, I guess we turn around right here. I forgot I have to fucking strong arm the hell out of this car. We need a manual rack in here ASAP. Alright, we're going back to the shop. Ready? First gear. Second gear. Oh my god, dude. This car is gonna be so much fun! Oh, we are lean, dude. I should not be in boost. Oh, man. Don't blow up, Georgie. Oh, man. Alright, so I gotta figure out injectors. Injectors is the next step. But, oh, man, I had to roll into it. Yeah, we're lean as fuck right now. We are maxing out the injectors, or the tune is just not doing it. So, I don't want to blow George up yet, but at the same time, I had to. I fucking had to, bro. Oh my god. Little Georgie running lean and mean. Are you okay, little buddy? Where are you leaking from, man? Just smoking out of the exhaust, I guess. All right. Things are finally getting hot, burning up all the shit from it running rich. Now it's running lean, so we got an opposite problem now, but we're not burning coolant, right? Or not dripping. Sick. Oh, man, this car is fucking hilarious, dude. It's so fun. I just got to make sure it doesn't blow up. Holy shit, guys. I am super hyped. Like, all I did is go down the road, and I rolled into it, and probably, dude, he's probably running way too lean. I didn't look at the AFRs at all. I was just sitting there giggling like a schoolgirl. But, nonetheless, Georgie went down the road. He got in a boost. Like, really got into it. Oh, man. That is so fun. Next time, we will be tuning Georgie and taking him and putting him to the real test. But for now, I'm happy. Like, I got to figure out where the exhaust is leaking from. Got to tune him. But he's got a good wideband now. He's got a standalone ECU. Turbo is on. Nothing's leaking. He's getting oil. It's draining the oil. We are good to go. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. I just can't get over it. Dude, that little piece of shit makes me so happy. Because it's just all work and creativity and no money. Like, I'm trying to do this for nothing. Trying to do it for under $1,000 is tricky, and if you want to do it for under $1,000, I highly suggest you don't. I really, really think you should save up for quality parts. Buy once, cry once. That's the way you do it. Every single time I buy once, cry once, it's never a problem. But every single time I try and be a cheap little motherfucker, it never works, dude. As soon as I try and be cheap, things break, they fail, I have problems, and then I end up spending more money than I would have if I bought the correct part right off the rip. So like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys subscribe, I'll be picking a random subscriber at the end of the month to win a brand new turbo. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.